It's so exciting to welcome into the fire the hugely talented South Aussie, top draft prospect and future star midfielder, great young guy and super talent, Mattaes Phillipou. Nice to meet you, Mattaes.
Nice to meet you too, LJ. Thanks for having me on, mate. It's a pleasure.
Awesome to have you on, mate. Interesting fact straight up, you're 5 days off being eligible to be a 2023 draftee. Being that you're a lovely 192 centimetres, I'm not sure if this has been an issue, but reality is you're nearly a whole year younger than some. Have you had to fight harder at times to be better?
Yeah, definitely. I think early on when I was younger and I reckon around, just before teenage years, I reckon that gap was definitely noticeable and I felt that. But in more recent years, I felt like I've caught up quite quickly. So I haven't really noticed it recently, but definitely when I was younger, it was a thing that I had to deal with, whether I wanted to or not. But I think I've been better off for it.
Yeah, you must be pretty proud of it too.
Yeah, definitely. It is pretty cool, knowing that, some of these guys in my draft year, 10 months older than me and things like that. So yeah, it's definitely something I'm proud of.
Yeah, definitely. Now, I know for a fact that you're an elite basketballer, a gun in a sport that goes well with football. Was it tough to make the choice between the two sports?
Yeah, it was pretty tough because I always considered myself a basketballer before this year. It wasn't until the end of last year where footy kind of just grabbed a hold of me, and I chose to go down that path. But yeah, it was definitely a tough decision.
Yeah, it would have been. How good were you? 1 to 10.
I reckon it's all it's all relative, like, because I never really got the opportunity to play against guys from interstate and things like that because I didn't do the program. But look, I'd say probably an 8.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah. Now, you did choose the AFL, and thank goodness you did. What was your footy journey? What club did you grow up playing for, and have you always been involved in rep sides?
Yeah, I've been involved in footy, ever since I was a little boy. Dad obviously, had a pretty good career. He played a couple of games for the Bulldogs. Played a lot for the Eagles. So, I started out pretty early. Club wise, I started for, I think it was under 8s with the Henley Sharks and played there for 4 years under Dad, which was good. I don't think we lost a game until everyone merged. Like there was a big merging around of SA, and we still did pretty well in Div 1. We finished 3rd, so we were pretty good. And then after that, I moved from Henley to Foss Camden, and I spent the rest of my junior district footy career, I guess, with them, and it was awesome. And then from there, played like 4 games of under 16s, but COVID 2020. It took out our 2020 years, so didn't get to play much 16s. And then I was lucky enough to get an opportunity with the 18s as a bottom major, and I guess I hit some pretty good form, and then it carried over into this year.
Yeah, so a pretty big journey so far.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see it continue.
Oh, thanks, man. I'm pretty excited as well.
Yeah. You've been amazing this year, mate, and have had a very busy year. Let's start with your SANFL stuff. Killed the under 18s and then getting a crack at the reserves. What was it like going against the bigger bodies, mate?
I was awesome. It started off, before playing, really, because I was lucky enough to have a chance to train with the senior boys out at the Eagles with Jade Sheedy, and it was excellent. I was speaking to them the other day, and we were talking about how much I've really developed as not only as a player but as a person as well. And look, yeah, had a good start in the 18s. We weren't winning much, which was it was pretty annoying, but it was a good challenge, and I think I developed quite a lot from that. And then reserves. Look, I didn't feel too much of a jump, to be honest with you, because I was playing wing, which is more of an outside role, so I wasn't having to, do all the contested work and things like that. But played a bit of forward in my last game, and I guess you would say it's a bit more physical, and didn't really notice it. But yeah, I've loved it.
Yeah, it would have been awesome, mate, to play through there.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so the South Aussie boys didn't really have the chance we were all hoping, but you still showed the fact that you're at the high level of those around you. They say you were playing a little sore coming to the end of the champs. How true was this?
Yeah, I was a little sore in the Vic Metro game. Strained my back in midway during the first quarter. But look, to be honest, after a couple of days, I was pretty much back to full health. And that WA game, I was out of position. I think that might have just been a precaution, or it might have been out of coach's control or whatnot. But look, I wasn't too bad in any other games except for that Vic Metro one.
Yeah. So your back's all good now?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Awesome, mate. Your game against the Allies was a good display of footy, as I've seen at your age. You amassed 24 disposals, 7 contested possessions, 6 marks, 1 contested, 5 clearances, 2 goals, 2 score assists. If that is an indication of what you are going to become, look out, because that is mind-blowing. How nice was it starting off with a game like that to tell yourself, I'm at that level?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, after the game, I don't think I really realized how well I played until I kind of spoke to a couple of people, like Dad and a couple of my teammates thought I was pretty good, but I thought there was another level that I was capable of getting to during the champs, and unfortunately, I didn't think I'd got to that. But look, to have that Allies game and to get that win was definitely a surreal moment for me.
Oh, I don't think you can play much better than that, mate.
Thanks, man.
That's okay. Now, your father played for Footscray. Didn't quite allow you to fall under the father-son, which every club will be thankful of. Does he talk to you much about the AFL and what is to come?
Not too much. We more talk about where I'm at now more than anything. He spoke about the AFL a bit, but I think he's got some things that he probably regrets from his time, and things that he's learned along the way. Because he tried a lot. He was very determined to be very good, which I think I'm like that as well. But his guidance has put me in the right path, and I think a lot of his knowledge is being I guess rebirthed through me. So look, he talks, gives me heaps of feedback. So yeah, he talks about pretty much everything, but he hasn't really said too much about the next level and things like that. But I'm sure he will when I get there, hopefully.
Yeah, and does he ever pull out a tape and show you one of his games?
Yeah, he has done that before. He loves telling stories, not so much getting out the tapes. I reckon that's because he puts a bit extra on his stories, and then when it comes to actually showing us the proof, it's not there's not much there. But nah, he loves it. I know he's like he was a pretty good player, because people have told me that they really like watching him and that type of thing. So yeah, but he loves talking himself up, no doubt.
That's awesome. You've been absolutely loved in the draft ranking and stuff like that. And Cal Toomey, the guru of the drafts, absolutely loves you. Do you read the draft talk? I know it's hard not to, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I love reading it. Whether it's having me high in the order or down lower, I definitely enjoy reading it.
Yeah, and I bet you love it when you're at the top in Cal Toomey's.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so I'm going to say, if I'm a club, I'm calling your name as soon as it's my pick. I know there are clubs with the same mentality, so how are you with moving interstate?
I'm really excited about that possibility. A lot of people have said to me, like, surely you stay in SA, it'd be awesome. But to be honest with you, I'd be more excited if I was to go interstate. I think that would, there's a lot of unknown with that, which really excites me. So I'm completely okay with it. At the end of the day, I'm really just going to do the same thing as what I would be doing if I was to stay home, just, away from everyone else.
Yeah, it would be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's tell everyone what they get from you. A star. That's it. Seriously. A midfielder that shows poise and balance. A left footer that seems to have all the time in the world. a young guy with sky high limit. Most importantly to me, a young bloke who can really impact the game and loves to kick a snag. An incredibly gifted mid who can drift forward and hit the scoreboard. A nightmare matchup for any opposition player. Anything you want to work on, mate?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've got a lot of things that I want to get better at. I think to become the player I am now at the next level, I think there's a couple of things that I've got to get better at. So, I'm excited. I think I'm going to be able to do that. Whichever club I go to, I think they'll be able to develop me, and I know I'm going to give maximum effort to doing so. So I think I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, it should be. It's going to be so cool, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm excited for everyone else as well. It's a pretty exciting time for everyone, I think.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's ask some easy footy questions. What's your number one football trait?
Skills or mentality, or
Oh, let's just say any.
I would say competitiveness.
Yeah, that's a good one to have, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Who do you barrack for in the AFL?
Port Adelaide. I've been a Port Adelaide man since I was young.
I'm an Adelaide man in Collingwood, so.
Oh, sorry, AJ, man.
Oh, dummy
I
dad.
swear, everyone close to me is Adelaide fans, man. It's annoying at times. No, I'm just joking.
You'll find someone, I reckon.
Yeah.
If you could, hopefully, if you could compare yourself to a certain AFL player, who would it be?
I reckon Bontempelli would be the main one that everyone seems to, compare me to. Whether that's just the left footer thing, I'm not sure, but I think him and a bit of Connor Rosie, I think we're quite similar. Yeah.
That's pretty good. Two pretty good players there.
Yeah, no doubt.
You can have one player for an hour to pick his brains and not like in a zombie way. Who do you choose?
Oh, Gary Ablett Senior.
Oh, not the junior, the senior.
Oh, well, I think Junior was, learned a lot from his dad. So you kind of get the best of both if you go with Senior, I reckon.
Yeah, and any reason behind Gary Ablett Senior?
Oh, I reckon he's obviously, one of the best, if not the best player of all time. Yeah, that's I don't really need to say much else there with that, do I?
Yeah, no. All right, let's have some fun. We have a common guy we know, Fiston Apasau-Kellis. He's a legend of a guy, and congrats to him for just being added to the 36ers roster. So let's play a you versus Fiston quiz. Who has more Instagram followers? Sorry to start with this one. You're a few behind, few thousand.
Oh, Fiston for the next month.
Oh, I reckon you could catch him though, I reckon.
Yeah, I agree.
Who shoots a better three?
Oh, me, 100%. He can't shoot.
Well, I reckon you guys have to play a game of horse soon.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd like to watch that.
Oh, he'd just start dunking, and then I'd be in some trouble.
That's true. You'd have to make a rule against it.
What was that?
You'd have to make a rule against dunking, I think.
Nah, I'd beat him in that as well, I reckon.
You play a game of golf. Who would win?
Look, I'm not sure what Fiston's golf game is like, but mine's not the greatest, so I'm probably gonna have to say him.
You got to give him one of these.
Huh?
You got to give him one of them. Is that the one?
Exactly. I've got to concede somewhere.
Yeah. Who is the best gamer?
Me.
All right. Who is better with the ladies?
Oh, look, Fiston has had a reputation of being a bit sus. So look, I'm gonna have to say me with the ladies. Fiston, doesn't know anything about that.
Poor Fiston, man. I hope he doesn't see this.
No, I'm gonna send it to him. He'll love it. He'll love this.
Yeah, I reckon he will. School grade score. Who wins?
Oh, me.
He's gonna love this.
Definitely. Definitely. Fiston, oh, definitely me.
I wish I could see his reaction.
He'd just laugh and say how much crap I'm talking. That's what he would say.
I can see him saying that.
Hmm.
Well, it's been incredible to chat to you today, mate. You're a legendary guy and are going to be a star. Can't wait to see who gets a future All-Australian.
Yeah. Thanks, LJ. No, seriously, thanks for having me on, man. It's a pleasure.
Right, it was awesome to chat, Mattaes.
Thanks, LJ.